Thank you for joining the November 26, 2019 VOLTA call. Just a reminder to everyone that these meetings are public and recorded, and we post them to YouTube afterwards. So please be mindful of that during discussions today and any presentations if we have any. With that, we have a few topics on the agenda today. First is the usual review of non-brigade related JIRAs that have been opened up in the past week. And then we'll take a look at the non-brigade dashboard. There are a number of unassigned items and some in-progress ones as well. Just a quick look at that. And then if we have any, I'll discuss JIRAs. Prior to the call, I did not see any, but in case anything pops up, then we'll cover that during the last portion as well. Are there any other topics that the group would like to see on today's agenda? Okay, then I think we'll go ahead and get started with reviewing the non-brigade related JIRAs. The first one of those is 2258. And that should be visible on the screen now. This is release with single core support. This one is already done, but just bringing it up for visibility here. Any questions? All right. Next is 2259. And this has come up with a plan for dynamic logging of adapters.
This should be within the pod management brigade.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, then we'll skip over that to the next one, 2265. Add test for go.mod and vendor consistency. And Scott, this is one of yours that you'd opened and are working on. Is this part of a brigade?
Yeah, this one should be stabilization brigade.
Oh, I see the label there now. I missed it when I did a quick check before.
Sure.
Thank you for that. Then 2274, let's take a look at that one. Release charts are currently failing due to missing readiness probe support, and this one is complete as well. That might have been covered under stabilization too.
Yeah, this one should have also been stabilization.
Yeah, let me go ahead and put that label on it here, even though it's already resolved. There we go. And 2282 and 83. 2282, move Python OF agent into its own repo. Zach, it looks like you're working on that one.
Yeah, I'm working on this. It's moved, but I need to make sure that it works currently.
Okay.
It's in progress.
And then 2283 as well, refactor Python OF agent for Python 3 compatibility.
Yeah, this waits on
that you're working.
Blocked by the other one.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
wanted to move it out and then make sure that the release process works and then bring it to Python 3.
Sounds good. Thank you. Any questions from the group? Then 2285. Updating documentation for exported functions and fields. And there were a couple comments in here. Not sure whether this is a bug or should be just a story or a task. Okay, so currently no one's assigned to work on that. Does this one, do you think this one needs to be moved to a story instead of a defect?
I think this, I'll make some comments on this. I think it needs more description of what the actual outcome is going to be. I'll follow up on 22.
Okay. And I think that was it for the items that did not appear to have a brigade, and a couple of them actually did, so thank you for that. And 2288 is the last new one. I think that's what I captured here as well. So next, let's jump over and take a look at the non-brigade dashboard. So this is where we've been trying to have a place to view items that are not associated with one of the active brigades that's meeting weekly. So we have a number of items that are in progress. Zach, we just talked about 2 of yours there related to the Python 3 and moving the Python OF agent to its own repo. Ken, I think I saw you join the bridge. Yes, I did.
Yes, I'm here.
So we have one from you in progress on updating the core. That's related to the discussions we had previously on transaction model. Is there anything we need to discuss with the group here, or any concern?
No, it's only like it's in progress. I'm working on it, but there's so many other updates that are going in.
Yeah.
And there are some that are dependent on it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just I need to wait quite a bit for all those things to go in before I can actually put in some changes. And in some cases, the code are changing quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it will be a lot of replacing. But I'm working on it.
Okay, thanks, Ken. Next, we had, I'll see if Amit is on the bridge. I think I saw, yes, I did see Amit join. Okay, and that's related to changing the maximum number of PON ports in the OpenOLT adapter to support 64-port OLT. And we have some work in progress for that. Anything, Amit, that needs to be discussed with the group?
Yeah, Julie, so I did post on the VOLTHA Discuss as well. So as part of this change, right, the NNI port numbering, the logical port number for the NNI port is changing. So the automated end-to-end test case is broken because the number is hard-coded in the SADIS database as 65536, which needs to be changed. So I would need help in terms of changing those test cases.
Yeah, I think Suchitra is working on that. I don't know if Suchitra is on the call.
Yeah, Girish, yes, and Amit, yes, we will be working on it for today. So we wanted to minimize the impact of changing this. So probably planning to do it towards the end of the day today so that we can merge these patches with minimum impact.
Okay, sure, thanks.
Thanks, Suchitra.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. And then, Zach, we have a couple others that are in progress with you. One, we'd had some review you had given on documentation and approach a couple weeks back now, I think.
I still need to work through this. I haven't gotten a chance to, but
okay.
It's still on my back burner.
All right. And then moving PONSIM to its own repo.
So the repo exists.
Yes.
You look at the subtasks. I've created the repo and I've created tests, but we haven't moved the code out of the original, the old monolith VOLTHA repo into its own repo. Because the future of PONSIM was questionable. That work didn't. I'm not sure anyone is scheduled to do that work. I'm not sure whether this should be a won't do, and we can close it.
Right. But that was part of what I was wondering as well. Anyone else have feedback for this?
I think the general consensus was to kind of remove it. The only thing that I think there was some certain features on it that were not on BabySim at that time, but I think they are now. So I don't see any reason to have PONSIM around.
Okay, I'll mark this as won't do and make a note of that. Okay. And if it needs to be reopened in the future, all the infrastructure is in place to life cycle and test and everything in. Thanks, Ken.
Okay, thanks, Ken. Thanks, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the last one that shows in progress is related to unit testing for the Golang OpenOLT adapter. Amit, I had some questions for you. I took a look at the 3 that we're still showing as in progress, and it looked like the merges for those had gone in. Is there any additional work for those that you're aware of, or are those actually complete? Do you know?
Sorry, Julie, I need to check on that and I can get back to you offline.
Okay, sounds good. So I looked at, we have the 3 that are still showing as in progress, and to me it looked like they may be done. So I'll just wait to hear back from you, or feel free to just update Jira as well. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll update them with the
okay.
as well as the status here.
Thank you. All right, then we've got a number that are in the to-do state with no assignees. Some of them have assignees at this point. We do have a number of unassigned ones as well. And so those, I've switched the sorting so it brings the to-do up to the top. It may be easier to look at these with the unassigned. Let me switch over here. That might be a better way to bring them up. Yeah, I think that works better. Okay, so we've got a list of 17 issues at this point that we'll be looking for owners. I think some of these, for the ones refactoring the VOLTHA device state, some of those may have dependencies on the work that Ken is doing.
The state changes, the biggest dependency is the protos. And I think Shastri mentioned that she wants to start to work on that one.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then for the others, I don't know if we have anyone on the bridge here who is available to work on things, but feel free to self-assign. Are there any on the to-do list? We have, I should probably sort these by priority here. I'll be a little bit better. So we have some high priority items, a number of those. Actually, I can't tell my colors on this screen. Can't tell if those are high or medium, actually. They may be medium. So enabling and disabling Ethernet uniport per ONU, configurable control plane VLANs, creating and specifying user and Docker files so that containers are not running as root, supporting transparent flows in the OpenOLT Golang adapter, support async requests in the VOLTHA Kafka libraries, update OpenOLT adapter to use full async model, and similarly for the ONU adapter. And then we go into a number of the refactoring ones. Some, there are a couple that I'm not quite sure if they really belong under the BAL brigade or not. We have them under the OpenOLT work for verifying OLT reboot and OLT disable and enable with BAL 3.x. Is that being covered under the brigade for BAL?
I don't think they are in specific, related to BAL. So
they probably stay here then.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And then I think the others, we've got the refactor ones we talked about, Python upgrade, we've talked about that. And then some low priority items down at the bottom. So at this point, not all that many, 17 unassigned isn't too bad. But if we do have people who have time to work on some of the higher priority ones on this list, that would be great. And again, some of them probably do have dependencies as well. So that's a quick status check at where we are on the dashboard for the non-brigade items. Any specific issues that the group would like to have further discussion on for these? Okay, I'm not hearing any. I do still have the Python upgrade flagged with the all discuss because we were looking at following back in a couple of weeks. Not sure if I need to keep that up here at this point. Zach or anyone else, any thoughts on it?
We've transitioned the ONU adapter to Python 3, so that's in good shape. The only other major component is the what I was working on otherwise, which is the agent, and that's that's going to get worked through. Are there other issues that need to be dealt with there? I think that it's pretty well in hand. The only other one.
I think so as well. Yeah, we had it flagged because there was going to be some background investigation looking at things, at the complexity of the work, and I think all that's pretty much done. So I don't think we need to probably come back. If we do need to, just someone feel free to put the all discuss flag back on it, and we'll key it up for discussion on one of these meetings again. Okay,
that sounds good, Julie.
I'll do a refresh, make sure nothing else got flagged, and I don't see anything. So I think that's it for the material I wanted to cover today. Just wanted to make sure we took a quick look at this dashboard, since we often don't do that on these calls. We don't do it all that frequently because a lot of folks are heavily involved in the brigade work, but we do still have some issues here that need some care and tending as well. All right, let me just do one more call for topics. If there's anything the group would like to bring up. All right, Chip, were you going to say something? I saw your name flash up here. Might have just been background noise.
Just probably background noise.
Okay. All right, then I think that's it for the material for today. I'll give everyone some time back. Just a note that I will be canceling Thursday's meeting. We have a U.S. holiday on Thursday, so I won't be hosting this call. So I will update the CORD calendar after this meeting to cancel Thursday's VOLTA call. Just a heads up for folks who weren't aware of that. And then I will talk to everyone next week. With that, I think we'll go ahead and close the bridge. Thanks, everyone.